Today's show is pre-recorded.
Y'all know what time it is. Y'all don't know, y'all better ask somebody. Hat on, suit on, looking like a dapper dog, giving them all dressed like $1 million bucks, diamond things in its cuffs. Y'all tell me who could it be but Steve Harvey? Oh yeah, listening to me. Put your hands together for Steve Harvey. Put your hands together. Steve Harvey. Steve Harvey, why don't you join in? Steve Harvey, get on, y'all. You better give me some eggs while I listen. Steve Harvey, why don't you join in with me? If you're with me, help me say, I'm so grateful. You gotta turn it on, yeah. Turn it on. Steve Harvey in the morning, y'all. I know y'all can hear me on. Turn it up. Steve Harvey in the morning, y'all. Yeah. Turn your radio on. You gotta turn your radio on. Turn your radio on. You gotta turn it on. Turn them up, Steve Harvey got to turn them out. Got to turn them out. Harvey turn them on in the morning, y'all. Yeah. Come on, Steve. Come on. Do your thing, Big Daddy.
I sure will. Good morning, everybody. You're listening to The Voice. Come on, dig me now. One and only, Steve Harvey. Got a radio show. Yep. Sometimes that's all I can say. Yep. Man. How far I've come is really unbelievable. But I finally figured it out, man. God allowed me to have the life I've had so that I can become experienced at so many different things. And in this experience, when I'm talking and sharing with people, I will be able to relate to a lot of different circumstances. Not exact, but just the circumstances, you know. If a person comes to me and they say, man, I've been down and out. Okay, well, I know what that is. Man, I didn't have any direction. Okay, got that, been there. Man, at one point in time, man, I just kept piling mistake on top of mistake. Okay. So, I think what I'm trying to say to everybody is when you're going through life and life is dealing the cards that it deals, I want you to understand that life deals everybody these cards. The disappointment card, the setback card, the failure card, the mishap card, the unexpected misery card. Everybody gonna get the grief card. Everybody gonna get the rash of bad decision card. Everybody gonna get them. Understand that going in, that everybody is gonna get these cards. Is how you play them, though. From time to time, one more time, it's how you play them. From time to time when I'm watching TV, I love to watch the World Series of Poker. I like watching poker tournaments on TV because it's really weird what's happened to sport, to poker. They're actually trying to call it a sport, and it's the everyday guy that doesn't have to be athletically inclined to anything, who has a shot of winning a title if they play their cards right. The best poker players in the world don't have the best hands. They just make the best plays. I've seen guys win a hand with 9-2 in their hand. That's nothing. And win their hand because they knew the bluff. They knew the odds. They calculated risk. They made the stakes higher than the other person was willing to pay. They gave off the illusion that they had something when in actuality they had nothing. So what I enjoy about poker and watching it is that these people here play the hand they dealt. And it ain't always a good hand. But it ain't whether your hand is good. And it ain't whether you're going to get dealt bad cards or not, because you're going to get dealt some bad cards. Everybody ain't finna get 2 bullets in their hand. You ain't finna get 2 aces when you get dealt, when you play a draw poker. Some of your cards going to be nothing, but you got to turn that nothing into something. So when you get dealt these cards in life, it ain't the fact that you keep getting them dealt. I was talking with a young person yesterday, and we were talking. And we keep having the same conversation over and over and over. And they could not understand why they were not moving forward. But I said, you don't understand. Every time we talk, we have the exact same conversation. It is simply because you keep getting your cards and you playing them the same way. See, until you make a conscious decision to do something different, the results will continue to be the same. See, here's the way this works. When you're dealt the disappointments in life, it's how you handle the disappointments that determine the outcome and who you are. Because everybody going to be disappointment. Everybody going to lose a loved one. Everybody going to make a bad decision. Everybody going to wake up one morning and have done something they regretted. Everybody going to get caught at the wrong time. Everybody gonna make a mistake. It ain't just you. It is how you play your cards when they get dealt to you that determine who you are. Now, how do I play my cards better? First of all, it's a mindset. Quit looking at everything as just the end when it happens to you. Oh, Lord, woe is me. No, everybody got your circumstances somewhere. It ain't, oh, woe is me. It's, hold on, man, okay. Let me play this out to see how God done connected this to something else. See, soon as a person have a setback, what's the first thing a lot of people do? They go straight negative. I can't seem to get a break. I can't seem to move forward. Hold on, man. Do you realize this could be connected to something? See, you got to understand, man, that this thing is all connected, that you're not having these mishaps and these spills and accidents and falls for no reason. It's so you can become experienced at them. So when he takes you to the next level, when it happens again, you have know-how and how to handle it. If you keep throwing yourself off the cliff every time something happens, you're just going to be a cliff diver. Man, stop tripping yourself out. I was talking to this young person. I kept saying, and you know what they tried to tell me? I'm trying to stay positive, but the people around here, they just killing that. Oh, I see. So when you learn something and you know something, you don't take ownership of it. You allow other people to come into what you know and believe and shake it loose from you. I don't care who you are, you're not doing me like that. Here's the deal. I have a gift that was given to me from God. That is the gift of comedy. That's what I've done. I've made the bulk of my living on that skill set right there. There are comedians who are supposedly friends of mine, who I've worked with, who get around in huddles with one another, and they say, man, Steve really ain't funny. I don't see what they be laughing at. He ain't funny to me. He wasn't the funniest king to me. Excuse me. You're irrelevant in this conversation. Because irregardless as to how you feel about me, there are people think that I'm knocked down, keel over funny. But more importantly, I own the gift that God gave to me. I take ownership of his blessing. Because you don't think it's so. You ain't taking that from me. Stop letting people steal your joy. Stop letting people take what you're supposed to know. Look, I'm a kind person at heart. Man, you ain't nothing. Now you sitting there going, man, I guess I ain't. What you tripping for? You are a kind person. Own that. Take ownership of it. Stop letting things God has given you be taken away from others. The devil's a cold player, and he got cold players working for him, just shaking, just taking stuff from you. You know, I'm a hard worker. I really am intelligent. You stupid. Man, I thought I was a hard worker, man. They came in here and said I was stupid, man. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. What? Excuse me. You're a very bright person. Hey, y'all, take ownership. When God gives you something, blesses you with a gift, a talent, a skill set, a mindset, own it. Don't let people come in here and take it from you, man. Okay, I probably shouldn't have went there.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's about that time. Steve Harvey Morning Show is open for business today. Welcome to the ride, y'all. We will uplift, we will inform, we will inspire. At the end of the day, today, I'm going to take it upon myself. I'm just going to call this a day of ignorance.
Ooh.
So prepare yourself, because I'm just going to act. I'm going to let y'all have it. I'm going to call this show Y'all Must Have Forgot. The title of this show is Y'all Must Have Forgot. Shirley Strawberry.
I haven't. Good morning, Steve. We need that right now, too.
Right. Yeah. You know, he just a game show host. Girl.
Just.
Carla Farrell.
Just, no.
About to find out. Junior.
Okay, good morning.
Junior.
I ain't forgot. I toured
Put
with
ass to the mic, man.
it's a lot happening.
Got a lot of
in this little corner.
imperfections in it. J. Anthony Brown and nephew Tommy ain't here, so watch this. Just watch this. All I got to say.
Yeah.
What's up, Junior?
What's up, Unc? I toured with you. I know what you're capable of. I watched it night after night after night.
But you know, Junior, man, I was looking at they doing this app. This company's doing an app for me, and I was reviewing footage today. And if I may say so myself, the comedy career that I had,
You better pat yourself.
I'm proud of mine.
Oh, good, Steve.
Mine,
Hey.
boy, I had some hella moments.
Okay. That's really, really good that you can say that.
Yeah,
You
you
know,
have, man.
that's good.
Let me just
You know,
tell you
look,
this.
man, if I was still active as a stand-up comedian and it didn't have the restrictions that it has, with the exception of Dave Chappelle. And Dave Chappelle has no restrictions because he does nothing in television or movies that requires any sponsorship dollars. So he is free. And I'm telling you, man, this boy is brilliant.
Oh,
Dave Chappelle
Genius.
is
Yeah.
absolutely brilliant with it. And that the freedom that he has to say and be Dave Chappelle is what I really, really miss.
He's a national treasure. He
Because he has the freedom to say anything however he want to say it. And there are no repercussions because he has no sponsors. That, I envy that about him.
Speaking of Chappelle, I remember when he quit his show, everyone was upset about that because I think he turned down like a $50 million contract or something.
Company Central.
Yeah, right, because the show
Which
was
is
brilliant.
Which was absurd money.
Yeah, but I mean, look at him now. He believed in himself. He knew what he was doing.
He just
you
stayed
know?
with it, man.
Yeah,
He's a
he
good
did.
brother, man.
Yeah,
He walked away from that pressure and that
he
control.
did.
Yeah.
He did. All right. Well, you heard Steve. It was from his own mouth. He said today will be a day of ignorance. Well, we're going to get it started. Coming
With
up at
what?
30. Coming up at 32 minutes after the hour, the CLO, Steve,
Okay,
the Chief
cool.
Love Officer.
Everybody get out the way. This
ask
might
the
not be
CLO.
advice you want. Everybody stay back. Come on.
That's the CLO coming up right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, so Steve, today we're going to start off the show on a lighter note. You know, people still need your relationship advice.
Okay.
We're still quarantined together.
Okay,
Yeah.
but let me say this now.
What?
Since today I'm gonna act a fool, I don't know if I can recommend the advice I'm giving today. Ready, set, go.
Okay.
Don't even recommend it.
This one's
Dog.
from Felisa in Gary, Indiana. She says, I'm 27 years old and I'm falling in love with a 46-year-old man. We started hanging out a month ago and we're taking it slow. May 27th, my 27th birthday was Friday and we met for dinner. He said he knows a man should never ask a woman her age, but since it was my birthday, he was curious. I told him I was 27. This man flipped out and said he's glad we didn't have sex because he has a daughter that's almost my age. He thought I was at least 35 because of the way I carried myself. I'm so hurt because I never had a problem with him being older. What does my age matter? Why does my age matter?
You don't have a problem with him being older. He got the problem with you being younger. You know, let's just talk about a couple things. You know, he said he thought you were 35. How you dressing? What you got on? Got this man thinking you 35. How's your hairstyle?
Which is still young.
Do you have bangs?
Ain't nothing wrong with bangs.
Ain't nothing wrong with bangs, but do you have a bang and flip?
That throwback.
Flips are coming back. They're making a comeback.
They are. I saw that.
Are your heels maximum 2-inch heels? I'm just saying, there's some things that would make him think you was older. If I were you, I would be a little hurt. The hurtful thing is a man thinking you much older than you really are. Let me ask one last question. Mm-hmm. Do you drink heavy?
Got to.
35 is not. She's young.
all.
Yeah, that's still
But
young.
if you 27 and look 35 to the 46-year-old, that's all I'm saying. Next.
All right, this is from Beth in Charlotte, North Carolina. She says, I've been dating a man for 3 years, and I know he loves me, but he doesn't trust me. Last year, he admitted to putting a tracker on my phone and a camera in my house when he suspected I was cheating. I have limited freedom, and he goes everywhere I go. I love the attention, but sometimes I feel like he's smothering me. My friends say he's only going to get crazier if we stay together. How can I get him to relax and give me some space?
Relax. You got a tracker on your car and cameras in your phone. Where you gonna relax at?
Right.
Where you gonna relax? You taking your clothes off, he watching. You in the bathroom, he watching.
I see you.
You go to the store, he watching.
It's too much.
Dog,
man.
your friends are right. It's only gonna get worse.
Crazy.
He gonna take you down to the vet and get that little pellet put in you that you put in your dog.
When they
You gonna
get
end
out
up
of
with
the
one of
yard.
them.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gonna mess around and go outside and gonna have an Invisifence.
And what? What's that?
An Invisifence.
Yes.
Well, that's when you walk over there to the neighbor and then that shock hit you.
Yeah. Well, she wants her space. How can she get him to give her space?
There ain't no
too?
space. You got a tracker and cameras.
Yeah.
Next,
Yeah.
he gonna buy you one of them police bracelets and put it on your ankle. It's only your friends are right. It's going to get worse. You can't get him to relax. He's what's called insecure.
Right. And controlling.
We had one of them on this show.
He did a whole movie about it, right?
Right. Tommy is insecure.
The story of his life. That was that.
Ta-da!
But he doesn't go. Even Tommy doesn't go this far. He does.
No, he don't go that far at all.
Yeah, she needs to get out. Don't make any serious future plans with this guy. You're right, Steve. This one's from Michelle. She's an iHeart Radio app listener. Hey, Michelle. She says, I'm a 45-year-old woman, and I've been married to a man-child for 6 years. The quarantine has brought out a side of him that I can't stand. If things don't go his way, he pouts for days. If he wants to have sex and I'm not in the mood, he withholds sex from me for days. If I cook and it's not what he wants, he leaves and picks up food. We always have to watch the shows he picks, and I've been asking him to clean up behind himself, and he always tells me if I come help him cut the grass, he'll help me clean up the house. How can I get him to grow up? Really?
Divorce.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Leave him. It's over.
He's not going to change, you don't think?
Why would he?
She's been
What?
married to him for 6 years, yeah.
Well, you want 6 more years of this?
Well, she's thinking it's the quarantine, Steve, that's brought out this side of him.
Well, quarantine can't bring out nothing that ain't there. Hello. You don't develop nothing in quarantine. Now, you just in there with yourself. You have been allowed to see more of who he really is.
Yeah, yeah.
Quarantine ain't brought out nothing. It's just you got to sit there and see it up close now. He ain't at work.
But after 6 years, she's just...
He been that way, you just couldn't see it because y'all was busy. It's quarantine peeled back the curtain, baby.
Yeah, it did.
It's a lot of naked bananas walking around now, no skin on it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Praise him.
Why do they always have to watch the shows he wants to watch? They only have one TV? I mean, you know, even if they did, what I'm saying is that's selfish, right? That's crazy.
Yeah, well, then she probably want to watch TV with her man.
Together.
Together. And
Okay, listen, divorce is for a reason.
It's there.
Yeah, that's why they got it. That's why they got it.
It's an option.
It's when you get at moments like this and you realize you married to a man child and you just want the man.
Uh-huh.
He pouting because he don't have sex. Then he withholds sex from you. Hey, who playing this game at the house?
That is so childish.
Immature.
All right. We got to get out of here. Thank you, CLO. Coming up next, Nephew Tommy's out today, but the Junior is here to run that prank back for the nephew. That's coming up right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Coming up at the top of the hour, Miss Ann is standing by with today's national news. And in entertainment news, Cardi B got an upgrade on her hip tattoo, and Barbara Streisand gives George Floyd's daughter some Disney shares. How about that? We'll talk about these stories at the top of the hour, but right now the nephew is out. Junior is in with Run That Prank Back. What you got for us, Junior?
You know, Shirley, as I think about what I was going to do, and, that's because I'm the king of pranks, so I might as well give y'all this one, and y'all be
Praise
grateful
yourself, boy.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, you might just be
Honor
grateful
you.
for this, because I am the king. Here it is, Cake Lady. Listen, go ahead, run it, cat.
Cake, this is Barbara.
Yeah, I need to ask you, what kind of cakes do y'all make at this place?
Well, sir, we make all occasion cakes, birthday cakes, anniversary cakes, wedding cakes, pretty much whatever you need. What you looking for?
Do y'all be making adult cakes?
Yes, sir, a few adult cakes, bachelorette parties and, wedding. What exactly are you looking for, sir?
No. The problem is this right here. I ordered a cake from you all on Saturday.
Uh-huh.
Now, it was supposed to be delivered to my daughter's school on Tuesday. And, she in junior high school, 13 years old. The cake was supposed to have Hannah Montana on it, and it was supposed to say happy birthday. Now, the cake get delivered over there today, and I can't for the life of me believe that this has happened. We in her classroom, all the classmates is in there, some teachers in there, the principal then came down. We finna have cake and ice cream for the kids, but when they open up the cake, it's a man's private part on the cake.
What? Oh, no, sir. No, we have never made a mistake like that.
Y'all made that
mistake.
Y'all made that mistake. I've been calling this place all damn day. Y'all done made this damn mistake, and somebody gonna pay for this. I got 13.
We did not make that mistake.
I got 13-year-old kids.
Sir. No, you're gonna have to lower it down now, okay? Because we can't get nothing settled if you yelling and I can't hear you, okay?
I need to lower it down. You should have lowered that private part off that cake. That's what you should have done.
Sir, what is your name?
My name is Trevor.
And now, where was the cake supposed to be going?
Middle school.
Middle school. Now, when was it delivered, sir?
I just don't see that's it right there. You can't remember. That's how y'all made the damn mistake.
Sir, please just answer the question so we can get this settled, sir.
No, who is the owner there?
Excuse me, I am the owner. My name is Barbara. Now, if you give me the information, I'll try to make this thing right because it couldn't have been my company. Are you absolutely sure, sir?
I'm positive. Y'all is the ones that delivered the damn cake. Listen, I got all these 13-year-old kids and they're traumatized, and the teachers and the principal are looking at me crazy because y'all didn't deliver the wrong damn cake.
Sir, but I need you to calm down just for a minute. Let me ask you this.
Wait. You want me to calm down? You should have took that private part down off the cake.
I can understand, but I don't think it was my company, okay, because we've never made a mistake like that. Now, we're very careful with that kind of stuff. Now, sir, hold on 1 minute. Come here. Do you know anything about a cake delivery, a Hannah Montana cake going to middle school today? Yeah, did y'all make any deliveries? Okay, thanks. Sir, I just talked to my driver, and he's been with me about 8 years, sir, and we've never had a problem like this. He's never delivered a cake over there, sir. Are you sure it was my company?
It's damn sure this place, lady. It's this place. Your driver lying.
Mistakes can be made, but I cannot.
You can't make no mistake like that when you got a man's private part in front of a bunch of 13-year-old kids at a junior high school.
I can understand. I would be upset too. I have children too, so I can understand what you're trying to say. But sir, what I'm trying to tell you is this is not my company. You're talking about we wouldn't have done anything like that. I've been in business for 13 years.
What is your name?
My name is Barbara.
Okay. So you're the one behind all of this on this damn cake. It's supposed to be Hannah Montana and wind up being a man's private part on the cake.
Sir, come on, stop and think about this.
You think
we
about
would not deliver a cake to a high school, an adult cake to a school. Now, I understand you upset.
Listen, lady, do you understand what has happened at my daughter's school?
I apologize for it, sir, but I don't believe that you ordered the cake from my company. Okay? As a matter of fact, we make cakes on Friday, sir. Wasn't no cake delivered today. Sir, it's a Tuesday.
And what the hell? That mean it's a Tuesday. Ain't nobody eating cake on Tuesday?
Sir, I have told you that couldn't have happened here at my company. Okay?
Okay, let me tell you. Okay.
I'll be happy to make a cake for you, sir, and to send it to your daughter. But, sir, it wasn't my company.
I don't want no more damn cakes. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you what I'm finna to do, lady. I'm finna call my lawyer. I'm finna get with the police, and I'm coming over there to shut that down. You won't sell a cupcake when I get through with your...
Oh, sir, you know what? Now, you done gone too far. Let me tell you something. This is my business that I done worked for 13 years to build. You ain't finna come up in here and do a
I'm finna shut that down.
You come up here and you find more icing up your mammy won't even know who you are. You need to get off my phone with this. That's some ignorant in the first place, sir. How dare you call me with that? And what the is your name?
I already told you. My name is Trevor.
Well, Trevor, bring your up here and I got something for you. Bring your and the police. Do you think I'm going to let some little like you come jeopardize my business? I've been in business too long. I know what the I'm doing. Now, I don't know who the you call, but it will show not my company. Do you understand me?
I understand everything you saying, and I understand when I get over there, I'm going to shut it down, me and the police.
You won't come out here and get your shut down, and you're going to have a daughter crying over your Now, I done told you it wasn't my company. Now, get off my phone. Do you hear me?
I got one more thing I need to say to you, lady.
It's thing to tell me talking about shutting down my company.
Yes, I got one more thing. Is you listening to me?
I ain't listening. What you got to say to me?
This is nephew Tommy from the Steve Harvey Morning Show. You just got pranked by your girlfriend.
That. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh. Oh, y'all done it. I gotta get off this phone. Oh my God. I'm a killer. Bye. Hello? Oh my God. Oh my God. Please tell me I'm not on the radio.
No.
Oh, geez.
You ain't on the radio now, but you're going to be on there in the morning.
Oh, Lord, no. My preacher and everybody else going to be on it. Oh my God. I'm going to kill that. I'm going to kill it. I'm going to get me a cake and go to her job and up. Lord. Oh, Lord. Y'all going to get somebody up playing like that, you know? She going to have to look out every day. She ain't going to never where it's coming from. I'm going to be like the thief in the night on her.
Hey, Miss Barbara, I got to ask you one more thing. What is the baddest, I'm talking about the baddest radio show in the land?
Steve Harvey Morning Show. Y'all the what?
Hey, can you make a socket to me cake?
Yeah, I can make a socket to your cake, but you better hope it ain't got a gun in it. Y'all don't mess around and get around messing with somebody like that. They business now.
Huh?
Kill me with
See,
your
see, y'all got to come on. I need
right.
all this.
King
This is my
Frank.
wedding anniversary. I need this.
Boy, you better come on. You the
Come on.
greatest.
Come on, that's
You
it
the
right
greatest.
there. Come on,
did
cake
that.
lady.
I praise and honor you.
Thank you very much, because can't nobody else do this what I'm doing.
No,
I'm telling you
no,
right now.
ever.
Others try, but they never succeed, because I am king of pranks.
You know, nephew thinks he's cute.
I ain't going. Hell no. Let's go to the next break. Come on, people.
Coming up at the top of the hour, entertainment and national news right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Well, Cardi B has added an extra pop of color to her iconic hip tattoo. You know the one. Cardi showed off her updated peacock ink on Instagram, revealing the latest intricate details. So after 10 years, she says, I gave my peacock tattoo a makeover. Cardi captioned the side-by-side image. The hot new pink butterfly and several new peacock feathers and flowers, and Cardi's body art is also significantly brighter and more colorful thanks to additional touch-ups. Okay.
Yeah, I saw it. It's cute.
It's bright. It's bright for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you guys
It's
see
her
it?
body.
Yeah, absolutely.
Junior, you see it?
Yeah, I have sickle cell. I've been stuck with enough needles. That's enough. That's it for me.
That's what you got from that?
That's right.
Yeah, that's all I see. I see pain. I see pain when I look at this. That's it. Oh.
Yeah.
Do you have any tattoos, Junior?
No.
You, Steve? You have any?
Us private.
Huh? It's private.
I said it's private.
What, your tattoo is private? Or
I don't discuss.
Oh,
body
you don't
markings.
discuss them. Okay.
Any
All
body markings I may have.
right. That means a resounding yes.
Of
Okay.
any kind.
Really?
So that means you got a tattoo. That's what you're saying.
No, it doesn't. I didn't get tattooed at a tattoo parlor, but I've been tattooed.
Oh, okay. That's all I was asking.
But
What
it
is
was not at a parlor.
I got you.
I'm
I see
missing
what you're
it.
saying.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
I know what you're talking about. Okay, I got you.
You don't have any, Carla. I don't have any.
No.
Tattoos.
Carla, you don't.
What happened?
How you know Carla got one?
Because Steve, we've been to the spa together. We've hung out. Okay, a lot of things you don't know.
You
But I want one. I want one. I do. I want a tattoo.
Oh,
I'm
you do?
scared, though. Yeah, I do. I want to.
Get some eyes.
Why? Because my eyes are small. Why do you say get some eyes?
No, there'll just be white dots and a little black pupil in the middle.
What would that mean?
No, because you chocolate. Just get white eyes and black dots in the middle.
Absolutely hate you.
And with everything in you, right?
Hey, Carla, but right on your ass, though. So if somebody see it, you go, you looking at it, it's looking at you.
I hate you.
Just, what is them dots on Carla? They eyes. What is you looking for?
Absolutely.
I see you.
Moving on, Shirley. I'm sorry I said anything.
I know.
Yeah, I saw Cardi B's tats, and I absolutely have no comment.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, as long as she's happy, it makes her happy. All right.
Man.
And other trending news.
Can I say this though?
Uh,
I actually happen to be a fan of Cardi B.
Me too.
yeah,
I
who
actually like her,
isn't?
man.
Yeah, who is
I like her a lot. And Marjorie be talking about the way that girl dressed all the time. Marjorie said that girl be hitting it. She be wearing it, man.
She's fly. I love Cardi B.
I just love her comments.
In other trending news, George Floyd's little daughter, Gianna, received the most surprising gift from singer Barbra Streisand. Streisand made the 6-year-old a Disney stockholder. How about that? Meaning that Gianna now owns a piece of the most magical company in the world, okay? The happiest place on earth. Gianna showed off her certificate from Barbra Streisand in an adorable Instagram selfie.
That's great.
Ooh,
Yeah,
that
that
is
is.
big.
Yeah.
That's
yeah,
outstanding.
That is.
That is-
All right, Steve, it's time now to get caught up on today's headlines. Miss Ann is going to update us on the shooting in Dallas. Another one.
Here with the facts and bring us all up to speed is our very own Miss Ann.
Thank you very, very much. And we got to start with some other stuff that's also equally as upsetting. The feds are reviewing the local investigations now into the deaths of 2 black men, each found hanging from trees in different areas of Southern California. So far, local authorities in Palmdale and Victorville are listing both as suicides. How their families don't buy that, and neither do the protesters who turned out over the weekend and continue to turn out to voice their opposition to that diagnosis, that conclusion. The California State Senate, in fact, began its session this week with a moment of silence for both men, Robert Fuller and Malcolm Harsh. By the way, the spokesman for the Harsh family, Najia Lee, says, quote, there have been at least 3 other reports of the supposed suicide by hanging of black men found near Victorville, California. And that's an area, he says, has a large population of skinheads, white supremacists, and Klansmen. And he says nobody's saying anything about that. And if that's not enough, yet another black man was reportedly found hanging from a tree in Houston, Texas the other day. Police there are labeling it an apparent homicide, though, not a suicide. And now a 4th young black man named Dominique Alexander found hanging from a tree inside a park in Harlem, New York. Investigating that one. President Trump, meanwhile, unveiled his version of police reform yesterday. It came in the form of an executive order signed in the White House Rose Garden.
Many believe that proper training might have prevented the tragic deaths of Antoine Rose and Botham Jean. As part of this new credentialing process, chokeholds will be banned, except if an officer's life is at risk.
Well, neither Antoine Arose or Botham Jean, some of the other people that he mentioned, died as a result of chokeholds, but both were shot by police. Critics note that in case after questionable case, cops always claim they felt their lives were at risk, even when killing unarmed black men running away and not toward them. So some Capitol Hill folks say the president's ideas may be well-meaning, but that they're very modest. In fact, Trump spent much of his time yesterday praising law enforcement people instead of talking about the victims of police brutality. House Democrats, meanwhile, have already introduced a bill that would, among other things, ban chokeholds. 5 years ago today, a white man named Dylan Roof murdered 9 innocent black men and women as they attended Bible study at Mother Emanuel Church in Charleston, South Carolina. A top Walt Disney Company executive has been suspended while investigations supposedly taking place about her alleged racist behavior. ABC News executive Barbara Fedita accused in a recent Huffington Post article of making racist remarks referring to Robin Roberts of Good Morning America. And finally, shades of Miami Vice. The Fed seized more than $2 million right off the coast of Puerto Rico. Now back to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Well, President Trump's police reform bill, that was yesterday, he signed an executive order aimed at tracking misconduct by law enforcers and creating incentives for departments to improve their practices, and he banned chokeholds unless the police officer's life is at risk. The Trump administration's order rejects calls to defund the police that have gained traction from within the nationwide protest movement. Take a listen.
But I strongly oppose the radical and dangerous efforts to defend, dismantle, and dissolve our police departments, especially now when we've achieved the lowest recorded crime rates in recent history. Americans know the truth. Without police, there is chaos. Without law, there is anarchy. And without safety, there is catastrophe.
The police reform bill comes as lawmakers of both parties pursue legislation.
Who wrote that for him?
Exactly. And he said defend and it's defund. Yeah, come on. The police reform bill comes as lawmakers of both parties pursue legislation to reform law enforcement in the wake of George Floyd's death in police custody. President Trump also said that his predecessor, President Obama, and Vice President Joe Biden didn't know how to do police reform.
He just got to
get
be
in there
petty.
without
He
that
got
dig.
to.
Yeah.
What is
He
that?
got to. He
just
said, I
can't.
saw that yesterday. He said they couldn't do it.
And now he's putting Biden's name in it because that's going to be his
If you listen
opponent.
to the reform bill, it's not much. Most police departments now, because of that, have already said we're going to ban the chokehold.
Mm-hmm.
He
Yeah.
ain't thought of nothing new.
Right.
Better ways of policing and all of this here. They've been
Better
trying to
training.
figure that out for years. He ain't going to do nothing because he got back to right to what he wanted to say. We're not disbanding police departments.
Right.
This
And they say-
man has said nothing about healing this country in any way.
At all.
To make the protesters feel better, to make black people feel better, to make white people feel better. He has not made a single statement as the leader of a country ravished in turmoil. Steady rising numbers on this COVID thing. He'd have quit talking about that. He just like the rest of them stupid ass Americans that think COVID just over because they tired of being in the house.
Right, and he didn't have a mask on or anything. He's never worn a mask. He didn't have one on.
He been
when was
taking that
signing the-
drug, Shirley. He cool, I'm telling you.
He's not leading by example at all.
Not at all.
Not at all.
Not at all.
But-
And why
but-
does he
but-
always have to
but-
take a hit, a swipe
But
at his predecessor?
he is
What?
leading by example. He don't wear a mask. A whole lot of people ain't wearing masks.
Well, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
He says nothing to heal the nation, and people have been
That's
more hate during this administration than ever before. I thank God for these protesters that's out there,
Yeah.
white and black,
Me too.
red, yellow, green, blue, black, white.
All right. Coming up next, 34 after the hour, we'll have more of the Steve Harvey Morning Show right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Rayshard Brooks' family and friends honored him Monday night during a moving memorial service in his Atlanta neighborhood. The event was in Southwest Atlanta. It lasted about 4 hours. It saw 300 to 400 people show up to pay their respects. It was held about 10 minutes away from the Wendy's parking lot where Rayshard Brooks was killed. The ex-Atlanta officer Garrett Rolfe, who fatally shot Brooks, had 12 previous misconduct complaints, including use of excessive force. The Brooks family attorney said he wasn't surprised by Rolfe's record. See, right there.
12 it goes back to the police reform, like you were saying before, Steve, because if they're not going to do anything on the local level, you know, with the police and their bad records, or they should be reprimanded, we're back to where we started.
Yeah,
we're in the same place.
Yeah, he's allowed to continue there with 12 previous misconduct complaints. Yeah. If we got that many complaints, we wouldn't be working anywhere.
Right, but if we don't start policing the police, nothing's going to change. Listen, with all these people in the streets, this man still shot this brother in the back.
Right.
During all these protests.
All over the world.
All over the world.
He still shot a brother in the back.
Yeah, it didn't seem like he thought twice about anything that's going on. Nothing.
Y'all.
Yeah.
5 black dudes have committed suicide by lynching themselves. What?
Where?
Yeah.
Where?
Yeah.
Come on.
Where that rash come from? What movie they emulating?
Yeah.
What free black dude hangs himself? What?
Yeah. It's unbelievable.
I've been around a long time. I've never heard that get out. And now all of a sudden 5 and they all committed suicide through hanging. That's a hard way to kill yourself, bro.
Yeah.
It is.
Anyway, it's
unthinkable.
difficult.
Yeah. It's unthinkable. It is.
But
it really is. And we're supposed
to
buy that and just take that.
Yeah.
Take that like, oh,
come on.
Okay. That really?
5.
Yeah.
This is
It's just, I mean, what can you say? It's like, when is this going to get better? Thank God for the people that are out there demonstrating. Thank God for them and keep them safe and everything. And I hope, they stay peaceful for sure and wear their masks. But, oh my God, we're in trouble.
Yeah. And it's time for a change.
It really, really is.
It's time
Well,
for
I mean,
a change.
it has to happen. I think this is a turn. Because it's going at a rate that I've never seen protests go ever in my life.
Yeah.
And things are starting to happen.
3 and 4 weeks of protesting going on.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, we need something meaningful to come from the administration, but we can quit looking for that. He's already done all he going to do. He passed that little weak-ass reform bill they got.
And he's still saying, even with that he's the law and order president. He's still saying that, which Nixon said many years ago.
He didn't get that from that, y'all. Somebody wrote it from that.
Well,
Right.
This
dude, if he took a history test, promise you he'd flunk it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know. We have a lot of work to do. We really, really do. But I'm just glad that a spotlight is on it right now. This systemic racism that we've had to endure for the majority of our lives, our parents, our grandparents, at least it's to the forefront now. And I do believe what you say, Steve. It's because people were at home and they had a chance to actually see it for themselves,
I just believe that. So.
I believe it too.
Yeah.
It's a shame that that had to happen for, people to really take what we were saying as truth, but at least we're here now.
I've learned this in my life. When pain goes away, it always leaves a gift.
Tragedy brings about change.
Pain always leaves a gift. If you want a gift, go through some pain, and if you get to the other side, you'll always notice it always leaves a gift.
Yeah.
This will be the gift from 2020 in the middle of a crisis.
All right, time to switch gears again. It's time for today's prank phone call. We'll get into that right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Coming up at the top of the hour, right about 4 minutes after, it's my strawberry letter for today. The subject, torn between two lovers. Torn between two lovers. Wow. Right now, nephew's out, the junior's in with today's prank phone call. What you got for us, Junior?
I had to do this because, I'm the greatest. And, I don't even know if y'all know this, but preachers have wives.
Yeah,
they're called first ladies.
Yeah, we know.
Yeah. That's why this one is called The Preacher's Wife. Run it, man.
Hello,
Hello, I'm trying to reach a Sister Angela. Sister Angela, please.
this is she.
How you doing? My name is Brother Clayton. I'm calling you from Greatest Baptist Church. How you doing this morning?
Oh, I'm fine. I'm fine. Good to hear from you, brother.
Yeah, listen, I know that your husband, Reverend Jonathan, is actually one of the candidates that we may be choosing to be our pastor, since our past pastor has stepped down.
Yes. I'm very proud of my husband. I think he'll make a very good candidate, as a matter of fact.
Here at the church, we've been asking a lot of the deacons and assistant ministers here have been asking different questions, different things that they would be doing once they became pastor. Like your first 100 days, what would you try and change here at the church, or try and make better, so to speak? Yeah.
Did you need to speak to my husband? He's not here right now. Did you need to speak to him?
No, not right now. What we decided to do, Sister Angela, is actually call the wives and ask them a few questions.
Oh, okay. That's a little different. Sure.
And we don't want to take up too much of your time. A lot of times, if a pastor is stressed at home, 9 times out of 10, he's likely to be stressed at the church. So I guess my biggest question to you is your husband stressed at home?
No, not that I know of. He eats regularly. He's on a good diet. He goes to the doctor regularly, gets his physical. Pretty good at home. I don't have a reason to believe that he's stressed. He certainly hasn't brought anything to my attention.
Okay, I don't think you follow me, Sister Angela. What I'm saying is he stressed behind closed doors? Is he stressed in that fashion?
I'm not too sure I follow you. You say behind closed doors. What exactly did you mean by that?
Is he stressed in y'all's relations? Is he stressed?
Are you asking me about my personal business, brother?
Well, what I'm saying is if he's stressed at home, he'll be stressed at the church. And if he's stressed at the church, then the members are stressed. Then the congregation is stressed. So the stress starts with you.
Excuse me?
If you are making sure that he's all right at home, he's going to be all right at the church.
I'm sorry, brother. What was your name?
Brother Clayton.
Brother Clayton. I appreciate you conducting whatever interviews you guys need to conduct with the candidates' wives. I do think that's pretty much personal territory, and I really don't want to answer those kind of questions.
It's not personal, Sister Angela, when there's so many other people involved. See, that's why I'm asking you the question, is your man
Brother
stressed
Clayton,
behind?
Brother Clayton, I could assure you that my husband is not stressed at home, if I get your drift.
Okay.
He is not stressed behind closed doors, brother. And I would appreciate you if you don't call with these kind of questions. Are you asking other candidates why these kind of questions?
Well, I was the one dedicated to give you a call, and that's the question that I decided to come up with, because I want to know if a man is going to be stressed, because if he's going to have tension at the church, then the congregation is going to have tension, the church is going to have tension, and the church cannot move forward in the direction on which we're going.
My husband and I have been married 25 years, and they've been 25 good years, if you get my drift, okay? He is not stressed at home. And whatever goes on at home, my husband has sense enough not to take it to the church. That is not something he's going to do. So you don't have to worry about anybody else being stressed at the congregation, in the pulpit, nowhere, okay? We have our stuff together at home, and I appreciate if you don't ask me those kind of questions. Now, you can find something else to ask me.
But sometimes a woman does not realize that her husband is stressed. You understand? There's a possible way that you don't know that he's stressed. Brother, so how can you get...
Let me get your phone. Matter of fact, let me get your full name. What's your first name?
let's just go with Brother Clayton right now. And could you please answer this question? How can you guarantee that he is fully not stressed?
Brother Clayton? Let me call on the Lord real quick. Hold on. Brother Clayton, I'm an honorable woman. I'm a woman who stands by my man, okay? But you are asking me some questions that's very personal, very private, very confidential. You are asking me questions that are questions of the sanctity of my marriage, okay? My husband is not stressed. And if I need to be real clear, I don't send him away from my home stressed, okay?
How do you know?
I know.
But what are you doing to make sure that it's less stress?
Brother Clayton, I'm about to end this phone call, okay? Now, if you...
No, we're not going to end this phone call until we know. I need to know that Reverend Jonathan is not stressed at home. They assigned me to talk to you, and that's what I'm going to do, and I'm going to leave.
Okay, he is not stressed. I don't know who told you that. The man is not stressed. Is he acting stressed around you? He's not acting stressed at home.
I bet you he's stressed because you're stressing me right now. Now, we're both stressed out. How can we understand that man is not stressed?
That's the end of this conversation. Do you understand me? Give me your full name right now.
Give me some intimate details, and then I'll give you my number.
You have crossed the line. You wait till my husband gets here. If this is going to cost him a candidacy, then so be it. We'll find another church. I'd have some choice words for you right now. Ooh, Brother Clayton.
I will give you my name right now. Do you have a pen?
Yes, I'm going to write it right now.
The letter N. N is in Nancy. E. P.
You moving slow. I know how to spell now. Talk up faster.
Nephew.
What kind of name is that? Nephew. Your name is Nephew Clayton?
My name ain't Nephew Clayton. My name is Nephew Tommy from the Steve Harvey Morning Show. You just got pranked by your husband, Reverend Jonathan.
Hold on. You said this is Nephew Tommy.
This is Nephew Tommy.
Oh, my God.
From the Steve Harvey Morning Show. Your husband got me to prank phone call you.
Oh, Lord, I'm going to kill it. Oh, Lord, I don't mean that. Oh, my God. Lord, y'all didn't stress me. Y'all didn't stress me this morning. I can't believe I let him get me. You know, I didn't heard these pranks before. Oh, my God. Tommy, I will tell you, if this was 25 years ago, brother, I cussed up a storm. I'm so glad I'm a saved woman.
Well, listen. Can I ask you one more thing?
Yes.
What is the baddest radio show in the land?
The Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Well, there it is. Preacher's wife. Huh? What?
Play too much. You get it, yeah.
Yeah. Preachers have wives. That's why it's called Preacher's wife. What?
Praise yourself.
See, you know how long I had to come up with that? It took a while to come up with Preacher's wife.
How long?
About a month.
A month?
What?
30 days. It took you 30 days.
Yeah, come up with Preacher's wife. Yeah.
Boy, that's genius.
That's what I do. I come up with genius.
Just 30 days?
By 30.
Man, let me ask you something.
Huh?
Boy, you must have prayed on that, huh?
Hey, on my knees every night.
God, boy, that sounds.
Did it hit me? I opened my eyes. I said, ooh, Preacher's wife.
Man, come on.
It hit you just like that.
Just like that. I said, ooh, I can go ahead and do this.
Boy, you
check that off your list. Check it off.
Nephew out here, he's on. Had an anniversary, man. Happy anniversary,
yeah,
Tommy.
Happy anniversary, Tommy.
To you and Jack.
You and your beautiful wife.
We're going to spare you today. We ain't going to do you all day. But Preacher's wife.
All right, Junior. Thank you. Coming up next, it is the Strawberry Letter. The subject torn between two lovers. We'll get into it right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Time now for today's Strawberry Letter. And if you need advice on relationships, dating, work, sex, parenting, and more, please submit your Strawberry Letter to steveharveyfm.com and click Submit Strawberry Letter. We could be reading your letter live on the air, just like we're going to read that one right now. Okay? We're doing it. Mm-hmm.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's that time. It's time for the Strawberry Letter with my good friend, Shirley Strawberry.
Thank you, my good friend, Junior. Subject, torn between two lovers. Dear Steve and Shirley, 2 years ago, I met the man of my dreams, and he loves me, motivates me, and we can't get enough of each other sexually. We've been talking about marriage and starting a family soon. There's just one problem. Recently, I've been thinking a lot about my ex-boyfriend, and I decided to call to see how he's been doing. I wanted to let him know that I'd found happiness again. We're good friends, despite how we broke up, so I knew he would be happy for me. He was very happy to hear from me and said he wanted to see me so we could catch up since it's been a while. He suggested that I come by one day after I work out since he lives by the gym we both used to go to. I told my new man that I was going to stop by to say hi to an old friend, and he was cool with it. I ended up skipping the gym and went straight to my ex's house. We talked and laughed and went over all of our good and bad times. He said he wanted to hold me one last time before he would let me leave. He pulled me up to him and gave me a long, passionate kiss, which led to a lot of passionate foreplay. I gave in eventually, and we made love. Needless to say, the sex was all that and more. So our sexual relationship has continued. I am still in love with my new guy, and I know I'm playing a dangerous game. Now my ex is saying that he wants me back, and he wants to marry me. But all he's been showing me is wild and crazy sex. How can I figure out if he's really making plans to be with me or if he's only being selfish to make me leave my good man? Okay, come on now. You already know what this is. You already know. And let me tell you something. You're just as guilty as he is. There is no better sex than breakup sex, okay? Everybody knows that. Everybody knows that. You didn't have to go over there. You know you're playing with fire. You know you want to get burned. You said you had been thinking about him anyway. All you needed was for an excuse. You didn't have to tell your new boo you were going to say hi to an old friend. You couldn't wait to get over there. You didn't even go to the gym, anything like you said. And you certainly didn't have to allow your ex to hold you one last time. Really? Who are you fooling here? Not us. Not us. That led to sex, and like I said, breakup sex is the best. I mean, what did you think was going to happen? That was his plan all along, and now that he has you, do you realize he has you right where he wants you? And he's going to string you along. He's going to try to get you to agree to marry him and not your new man. You know, it's an ego thing for him now. I mean, no one or nothing is more attractive to him right now than you, okay? All his energy and everything is going to go into you because you're with someone else, so that you're a challenge to him now. You're, like I said, you're way more attractive, and he's going to do whatever it takes to get you. So don't fall for that. Don't let him play you. You have a good man. You've been with him for two years and everything. Keep the good man and let this ex go. He's your ex for a reason. Come on now, girl. Let's be smart about this. Don't lose a good man messing around with this ex who's just playing. Steve?
Torn between two lovers. I knew the moment of the title. This was a woman who wrote this. Ain't no dude writing in torn between two lovers. No, we just got two women. That's all.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's it.
Ain't nobody toe up about that. The only time you toe up about that is if you get busted or one of them leave. That's only toe. Now, here's the first line in the letter that makes the rest of this letter so doggone stupid. 2 years ago, I met the man of my dreams. Right there, pump your brakes. What's the rest of the letter for? Exactly. My God, lady. Mm-hmm. You meet the man of your dream. He loves you. He motivates you. You can't get enough of each other sexually. We've been talking about marriage and starting a family. Bam. Straight. Stop writing.
Right.
Do like I tell men sometimes. If you're really trying to get your life together, go home. Dog, just go home.
Yeah.
Man, I say this all the time, and I ain't trying to sound righteous. It took me a long time to figure it out myself. I'm just be real with you.
Yeah,
but if you really want to get your life together, go home. Mm-hmm. Go home and let COVID work it out. Because I'm going to tell you right now, if you go home, COVID going to let you know if you need to stay or leave.
Yeah. True statement, Steve.
So now, recently I've been thinking about, this is the problem though, been thinking about my ex-boyfriend. So you call to see how he was doing.
Yeah. Come on.
See, you're a thirsty little something now.
Mm-hmm.
Been thinking about a call. We're good friends. Really? Really? We're good friends. I'm gonna show you how that you lied in that letter right there. Despite how we broke up, so I knew he would be happy for me. He was very happy for me and said he wanted to see me, see how I could catch up. Since it's been a while, he suggested that I come by one day after work. Wait a minute. He wanted to see you so you could catch up. Since it's been a while. I thought y'all said y'all was good friends.
Uh-huh. So that's the lie?
That's a lie.
Mm-hmm.
We're good friends, I just called to check. No. You ain't talked to him in a while. Mm-hmm. You've been wondering what's going on, and you want to catch up. You good friends.
Hold on, Steve. Hold right there on that friends part, the good friends part. We'll have part 2 of Steve's response coming up at 23 after the hour. Today's Strawberry Letter, subject torn between 2 lovers. We'll get back into it right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, Steve, come on. Let's recap today's Strawberry Letter. Subject torn between 2 lovers. Yes.
This is crazy lady in this letter that met the man of her dreams. He loves her, motivates her. They can't get enough each other's section. They even talking about marriage and having a family. Jackpot. Women, there are so many women wanting just that.
Yeah.
But then she said there's a problem, though. I've been thinking about my ex-boyfriend, so I decided to call, see how he's doing. And I also wanted to let him know that I found happiness again. Because we good friends. Mm-hmm. Despite how we broke up. So I knew he'd be happy for me. He was happy to hear from me. He said he wanted to see me so we could catch up. Since it's been a while. I thought you said y'all was good friends.
Mm-hmm.
Because you know what the deal is. He suggested I come by one day after work since he lives by the gym that we both used to go to. Here's the other lie. I told my new man that I was going to stop by to say hi to an old friend, and he was cool with it. I'm pretty sure you didn't say my ex.
You know she did.
Yeah.
That's why she set us up in the letter to say we good friends.
Mm-hmm.
Then y'all ain't friends. And you didn't tell your boyfriend that you was going to see your ex. You said an old friend. And he was cool with it. Now, I told my new man I was going to stop by and say hi to old friend. I ended up skipping the gym. That's because you ain't want to get sweaty twice.
Mm-hmm. One more time. Come on.
I ended up skipping the gym.
Uh-huh.
That's because you didn't want to get sweaty twice.
2 times.
Because you know good and hell well why you skipped the gym.
Right.
Because you wanted him to see you in that outfit.
Yep.
You didn't want to come over there in no gym clothes. You wore a dress over there with easy access. You know what you did.
Uh-huh.
I've had it done to me. I'm going to stop over before I go to the gym.
She was
cool.
Uh-huh.
I'm thinking while I'm in there making that extra salad, damn that gym. We talked and laughed, went over all our good and bad times. Then he said he wanted to hold me one last time before he would let me leave.
That boy.
Uh-oh.
Which is why you skipped the gym. Which is why you wore that outfit.
Uh-huh.
That's why your makeup was on. And that's why you didn't go to the gym. Because it's what he pulled me up to him and gave me a long, passionate kiss. I bet your tongue was just as far down his throat as his was down yours. Promise you that right there. Needless to say, we had a lot of passionate foreplay. I gave in and we made love. Needless to say, the sex was all that and more. Now, that's the second time. Every time you have sex is good. In your first man, you said we can't get enough of each other sexually. So every time you have sex is good.
It's the best ever in the world.
So our sexual relationship has continued. I am still in love with my new guy, and I know I'm playing a dangerous game, But now my ex is saying he wants me back and he wants to marry me. When did he want to do that? Did he want to marry you when y'all broke up the first time? Or is he saying that because he knows now you got found happiness and now he gonna lead you on so he can have his cake and eat it too?
You know it.
But all he's been showing me is wild and crazy sex. Just because he ain't got nothing else for you. You're not finna have no future, so what did I got to show you my bank statements for or my damn credit report?
That's right, Steve.
Or why do I have to show you a plan? You're not in my future. That's why we just having this wild and crazy sex. How can I figure out if he's really making plans to be with me? He's not with you. Or if he's only being selfish to make me leave my good man. Ain't nobody make you leave your good man. Ain't nobody make you skip the gym. Ain't nobody make you call him to check on him. Ain't nobody make you go over there. Ain't nobody make you have all that damn foreplay. Ain't nobody make you give in. Ain't nobody make you, and now you continue it because it's good sex to have a sexual relationship. Ain't nobody made you do a damn thing.
That's right. She did.
So now how he gonna make you leave your good man? You done already left your good man. What you tripping for? You've already left your good man. You lied when you said you was stopping by to say hi to an old friend that y'all ain't even friends. I hope he find out. Matter of fact, if I knew him, I'd tell.
You never tell.
Yeah, that bill would go against all man code.
She's gonna mess around and lose a really good man,
and have nothing.
Yeah,
right.
That's it.
Because he
you
doesn't
went
want
over the
her.
good times and the bad times, and y'all talked about them. And you trying to make sure if he the right one for you, all y'all having is wild and crazy sex. Because that's all y'all had before.
Right. And he didn't even call her the ex. She called him.
He wasn't looking for you. You walked up. You walked into the trap. Oh, damn, a bear.
Yep.
Oh, damn, I caught a bear in the trap. What?
Okay. Post your comments. Thank you, Steve, on today's Strawberry Letter at Steve Harvey FM on Instagram and Facebook. And please check out the Strawberry Letter podcast on demand. Now, coming up at 46 minutes after the hour, the NFL commissioner says he supports NFL teams to sign Colin Kaepernick. Oh, really? We'll get into it right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Okay, so you guys know this. Recently, NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell admitted they were wrong for not listening to players sooner about racism and injustice in the black community. While on ESPN, Roger Goodell was asked what role does he see Colin Kaepernick having with the NFL. Take a listen to this, please.
If he wants to resume his career in the NFL, that obviously is going to take a team to make that decision. But I welcome that, support the club making that decision, and encourage them to do that. If his efforts are not on the field, and continuing to work in this space, we welcome to that table and to be able to help us and guide us and help us make better decisions about the kinds of things that need to be done in communities. We have invited him in before, and we want to make sure that everybody's welcome at that table and trying to help us deal with some very complex, difficult issues that have been around, unfortunately, for a long time.
Yeah. Stutter.
That's it. Eat that crow. Eat that crow. Go ahead, Roger. Eat that crow.
What, Steve?
I see it's some other issues because, first of all, Roger Goodell works for the owners. You understand that?
Okay.
The owners decide who the commissioner is, not the player.
All right.
So he works and he represents the owners. This is the only thing they can say at this point. I don't know that Colin Kaepernick has a football career after this long being off. And I don't even think that's the important thing here. Right. I think the important thing is recognizing and acknowledging the all of the sponsors who wanted to pull and the rest of America who got hoodwinked and bamboozled by this president who formed this little mission so he could seem like he was defending the flag and the military. He's never defended the flag or the military. He refused induction into the Army.
Bone spurs, Steve. Bone
He
spurs.
fought it off with a rich boy medical excuse.
Bone spurs.
He has no record of defending American democracy and the flag. He has filed bankruptcy more times than all of us on this show put together and probably 10 listeners.
You threw in 10
and probably 10 listeners.
Shout out to our listeners. We love you. Thank you.
So, dog, you done filed bankruptcy. That's really the type of businessman you are, because you know how to manipulate the system. You can try stuff, throw money up against the wall, see what stick, and then when something ain't working, you file bankruptcy and leave all these creditors holding.
And Steve, as you know, President Trump has lost 2 allies in his anti-kneeling crusade. NASCAR, we know about that one, and now the NFL.
If you love America so much, why ain't you married one?
Ooh.
Oh, man.
Coming up at the top of the hour, we'll have more of the Steve Harvey Morning Show right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Well, as anger bubbles in parts of the country, some U.S. police departments are facing their own crisis, and some officers have now opted just to walk away. Atlanta police said in a statement that 8 officers have resigned from the department this month. The Atlanta Police Foundation earlier had reported that 19 officers resigned since the start of the social injustice protests or demonstrations. The foundation has since retracted that incorrect number. In South Florida, 10 officers resigned from their city's SWAT unit over concerns about safety, saying they feel restrained by the politics of it all, by their tactics. That's according to documents obtained by CNN. In Buffalo, New York, nearly 60 officers resigned from the force's emergency response team over the suspension of 2 police officers who were caught on video. We all saw this, pushing down a 75-year-old man. His name was Martin Gugino. And this man, this older gentleman, has suffered a fractured skull, and he cannot walk as he continues to recover from home. He's unable to walk now. Yeah.
So you say police officers in that city resigned?
Yeah, we knew about that. Nearly 60 officers, but they were from that special team, the emergency response team. That's what they resigned from the police force's emergency responce team, Steve. Because those 2 officers were suspended when they were caught on tape for pushing the man down.
This is
well, when that mortgage due, they'll be back.
Yeah, this.
You can be mad right now, but when the first get here.
Yeah, and we told you earlier that President Trump signed an executive order on police reform as he tried to address the national outcry of police brutality.
He hasn't. He's made no attempt to address it. Not that I've heard. In tweet or speech.
No. I think he met with some of the families. I do think he met with them, but he still maintains his strong law and order stance. Now, check this out. Ben Carson said that he has been working on the president's public displays of hostility toward the professional athletes, and he said the president will get there.
Well, he got to November.
Right.
He got to November to get there, because we're not having this another
Exactly.
So he need to hurry up and get there.
Yeah.
Should have been.
But you're asking a man to get somewhere he don't know the way to. That's
he does
the
not
problem.
Know the direction. You're right. You're right, Steve.
But he's never been judged. He don't know no black people.
Well, there's an issue though with the police and the community. Though there needs to be some kind of reform and more communication and more dialogue, because I'm telling you, on the local level, this police reform bill, if they're just going to lie and not reprimand these officers, we're going to
same thing all over. Yeah,
it's the exact same.
Yeah, it's a vicious cycle. It's just a vicious cycle of the same thing.
I'm gonna say it for the 20th time: mandatory police sentencing is the only way to stop this. There has to be written and concise consequences for illegal behavior as a policeman. Policemen do not have a badge to do anything they want to do to the citizens of this country.
Right.
Right. And I'm just saying citizens of this country to sound like I'm being more inclusive. It don't happen to nobody but black people.
Right.
I ain't seen no footage of them whipping no white boy. I ain't seen no footage of them putting some young white man at the car shooting his ass in the back. I ain't seen no damn footage of none of this happening. You know why? Because there is none. It's just us. Yeah. We tired, man. We're tired of it. And if it was happening to your ass, you would be tired too. Let them shoot 2 of your kids and see how you feel. And what you would do about that. I bet you do something then.
All right, Steve, coming up, more trending stories and more of the Steve Harvey Morning Show at 20 minutes after the hour, right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, Carla, what you got? Time for some music news. What's happening?
All right, so you know how they've been doing these versus battles. So the stage is set for the next versus battle.
Who is it?
Okay, girl, the Juneteenth edition. Alicia Keys and John Legend going head to head, girl, on that piano.
Oh, really?
What?
That's the first time male versus female.
Yeah. We've seen
on
artists.
The piano?
Yes.
Ooh, that's gonna be rough.
That's gonna be
both of them get out now.
Yeah.
Man,
Ooh, good Lord.
That's gonna be a good one right there.
That's gonna be a
good one.
good one.
That's gonna be a good one.
And it's going down Friday, Juneteenth, on June 19th.
On Juneteenth, okay.
Yes. 8 p.m. Eastern on Instagram. I can't wait.
Yeah, that's going to be a good one. I look forward to that one.
I
love me some John Legend. You know that.
And I love Alicia Keys. Let's
Keys,
battle.
yes.
Let's battle, Shirley.
Yeah,
Let's bet. Who's going to win?
I don't know. That's a tough one. That is really a tough one right there. Yeah.
It's going to be a treat, though. It's going to be a treat to hear all of those hits. And you know, we've seen artists, producers, groups going at it. But these bragging rights on this piano, on them keys. We gonna see.
It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good.
Yep. Alicia Keys, John Legend this Friday versus battle.
Okay.
Yeah.
Juneteenth
edition.
Yeah. Throw up your black fist right now.
Yeah. Get your Juneteenth edition.
On Zoom. On Zoom. Yes.
Get your signs together.
All right, we'll have more of the Steve Harvey Morning Show and some trending news coming up at 33 minutes after the hour, right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Well, Cardi B has added an extra pop of color to her iconic hip tattoo. You know the one. Cardi showed off her updated peacock ink on Instagram, revealing the latest intricate details. So after 10 years, she says, I gave my peacock tattoo a makeover. Cardi captioned the side-by-side image, the hot new pink butterfly and several new peacock feathers and flowers, and Cardi's body art is also significantly brighter and more colorful thanks to additional touch-ups. Okay.
Yeah, I saw it. It's cute.
It's bright. It's bright for sure. Yeah.
Did you guys see it?
It's her body.
Yeah, absolutely.
Junior, you see it?
Yeah, I have sickle cell. I've been stuck with enough needles. That's enough.
That's what you got from that?
That's all I see.
What?
I see pain. I see pain when I look at this. That's it. Oh.
Yeah.
Do you have any tattoos, Junior?
No.
You, Steve? You have any?
It's private.
Huh?
I said it's private.
What, your tattoo is private? Or
I don't discuss.
Oh, you don't
markings.
discuss them. Okay.
Any body markings I may have.
That means a resounding yes.
Of any kind.
Really?
So that means you got a tattoo. That's what you're saying.
No, it doesn't. I didn't get tattooed at a tattoo parlor. But I've been tattooed.
Oh, okay. That's all I was asking.
But it was not at a parlor.
Okay.
I got you. I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
No, I know what you're talking about. Okay, I got you.
You don't have any, Carla. I don't have any.
No.
Tattoos.
Carla, you don't.
What happened?
How you know Carla got one?
Because, Steve, we've been to the spa together. We've hung out. Okay, a lot of things you don't know.
But I want one. I want one. I do. I want a tattoo.
Oh,
I'm
you do?
scared, though. Yeah, I do. I want to.
Get some eyes.
Why? Because my eyes are small. Why you say get some eyes?
No, they'll just be white dots and a little black pupil in the middle.
What would that mean?
No, because you chocolate. Just get white eyes and black dots in the middle.
Absolutely hate you.
And with everything in you, right?
Hey, Carla, but right on your ass, though. So if somebody see it, you go, you looking at it, it's looking at you.
I hate you.
Just, what is them dots on Carla? They eyes. What is you looking for?
Absolutely.
I see you.
Moving on, Shirley. I'm sorry I said anything.
I know.
Yeah, I saw Cardi B's tats, and I absolutely have no comment.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
All right, coming up, our last break of the day.
It's the last break of the day.
Are you anywhere near the mic? Are you anywhere?
No, I did it off mic.
Are you anywhere near the mic?
So it'll sound like, I'm distant.
Oh, it did. It really did. Thank you, drunk Steve. That's what you sound like.
Yeah.
And coming up, Steve, closing remarks, and that's coming up at 49 minutes after. Wait till you hear this. Don't go anywhere. Right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, everybody. It's the last break of the day.
Last break of the, what you want to call it, week. Nah, not anymore. No.
No, I ain't got nothing planned, really.
I ain't nothing planned. Where you going?
I ain't got nothing planned, man.
Ass too sick to go to a movie. My wife keep reminding me, Steve, you're not doing anything and nobody's coming over. I said, baby, we good. You're over 60.
She keep dropping that age on you.
Hey, hold on. Hey. You gonna quit telling me,
I know how old
like
I
I'm
am.
just decrepit or something.
Wow.
Yeah, man. The closing remarks, I don't want to, I just, I need a break.
Yeah, sometimes you do. This is a lot. Everybody's dealing with.
Because
Steve.
I was talking today and my wife said, Steve, I'm going to be getting ready to go on vacation right now. I said, I can't. She said, why? I said, because it's a crisis going on and we got a radio show. I said, and I just have an obligation to talk my listeners through it with information and inspiration and comedy, because I think if they didn't have our voice, and I'm not putting so much importance on what we do, but our voice is important to a lot of people.
Oh my God.
We're family to them. Yeah, Steve.
Yeah, it's like family. It's people that count on us to give them something. And so I said I probably won't be taking a vacation like that this year because of the virus or because of the obligation. Yeah. But, it's kind of heavy on all of us, and I think I just feel for so many people because, look, we're working from home. At least we have a job.
We are blessed and very grateful.
There are people, man, whose companies are closed, and that's it. It's people who are waitresses and bar backs and bus boys and valets and hostesses and working companies and got cleanup services that go to office buildings and provide cleaning services. Well, all the offices is closed. So the cleaning services is down. You got people, daycare centers that's gone. It's restaurants that will not recover from this. Because if you're a small restaurant owner, X amount of people come in, you got to buy your food, restock. Those people are struggling, man. It's a lot going on. I don't want us to look at what's happening in this White House and get it confused during election time. Look, I got that people want to go back to work. And like I said the other day, if I was in that position where I had to choose risking my safety of going back to work and going back to work to provide for my family,
right.
I might have to face that decision and go back to work and put my mask on, my gloves, and be prayed up and go to it. But I would do it. And I understand where people are coming from. And I understand the need to get the economy back rolling so people can go back to work. Because unemployment don't pay the same as your check for the average person. It just doesn't.
That's right.
And so I understand it. So with all of that being said, it's a challenging time. But man, oh man, as heavy as I feel with it sometimes, and as bad as I think it is, it's a lot of people not doing as well as you are.
Can I say something, Steve?
Yeah.
Can I say something real quick? As much as we, we're on the radio, we have fun, and like you say, you give information, but this is to a lot of people, this is the one thing that's there every day. Well, they get up in the morning, maybe they can't go to work, but they say, well, I can listen to the Steve Harvey Show. I'm going to get some laughs. I'm going to get some knowledge. So it's very important that we take what we do very serious, and we do. We really do.
That's right,
We know
Jay.
what people are going through. We know that people are hurting, and we do this radio show. We don't know how many people we touch because we don't see you guys. We don't see you guys at all, and we know you're listening. And just know that we feel your pain too, because everybody knows 10 people that ain't working, and those 10 people know 10 people, and those 10 people know 10 people, and so on and so on and so on. So forget what this guy in the White House is saying. People are dying, people are not working, and people are in bad shape because they can't pay their bills, and they want to work. They want to. They don't want that little check. They want to work.
They want to go to work.
They want to get out and work, and they will work if they could go back to work. And that choice, I'm going to die or I stay at home, I don't know. I might have to make it. I would have to make it.
That's what
You would
Steve
have
is
to make
saying.
it.
That's right,
That's all I
Jay.
had to say, man.
Yeah.
Because,
Good.
going to work gives a person a sense of value.
Yes.
The average person that I know doesn't want a handout. They want to work. They want to feel value. Men want to come in and their family go, hey, daddy, and like he come in like he saved the day. Women want to come home, hey, mommy, and mommy been out there making money like she's saving the day. Don't nobody want to be sitting here waiting on no mailman to come with a check that is not gonna cover this stuff.
Right.
You know your job might have been check to check, but you knew at least you could cover some things. That unemployment check don't cover enough, dog.
We feel you, and we here for y'all. We here for y'all, man.
Yeah, man. So y'all keep y'all head up, man. I know it's tough, it's challenging, but prayer works. I'm just telling you it works, man. If you haven't done it, try it. I'm telling you, it provides you with a level of comfort and confidence that you may need in a time like this. That's just a suggestion.
Ease that anxiety.
Well, those are my closing remarks. That's it. I would say have a great weekend, but have a great weekend, which will be just like Saturday.
For all Steve Harvey contests, no purchase necessary, void where prohibited. Participants must be legal U.S. residents at least 18 years old unless otherwise stated. For complete contest rules, visit SteveHarveyFM.com.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.